Check out Girl Talk in the Spirit podcast with Siobhan. From radio to podcast, check it out online. Find it on Spotify and Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. Share the vibe online with your girl, Siobhan, yo.
Happy holidays, guys, and welcome to Girl Talk in the Spirit podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, and we are in December, my favorite month. You want to know why? It's my birthday month. Hey. It's the holidays. But happy holidays to everyone. I am like in a really... We're talking about transitions tonight, right? And I'm really in the transition. I had a transitioning day. However, I'm super excited about our topic tonight. I would just like my guests to introduce themselves. We're going to go around the room, starting with...
Ed Johnson, a.k.a. Dr. Love. That's Dr. The Real Deal Love, because I give women the real deal.
Drop your handle, tell us what you do and all that.
Well, I am a women's relationship empowerment coach. I rescue men by empowering women. My goal is to make sure the relationship between men and women is a success. I used to oftentimes say we want women in solid, successful relationships, but it's more than a want, it's a need. We need men and women in successful relationships, and that's what I'm here for. I'm her coach.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. My name is Ray. It's The Reality on IG. Follow me.
I say this all the time. Ray has the perfect podcast voice. I love it.
Thank you.
So we're going to jump right in, guys, to our topic about transitioning. It can be very scary. It can be frustrating, right? For some. You can be feeling out of place, you know? When transitions happen, you don't know what's next, especially when you're used to planning out your life or controlling things like I am, right? So I got all this stuff planned that's within my reach or my control. But when things get out of your control, it's like, wow, what do you do? What are you really made of? Are you built to handle what you're about to go through, this transition? So I just want to hear your thoughts tonight about transition. And shout out to Vaughn, right? When I say Vaughn, like, I appreciate you, Vaughn, because he couldn't make it here tonight, feeling a little under the weather, and that's understandable. But Vaughn texted me his perspective on this topic, and I'm going to share it in a few, but he had a great perspective. Dr. Love, for one, this is Dr. Love's first time in the studio.
Yes.
It's not your first time on Girl Talking the Spirit, because I've done lives with you. But it's your first time in the studio.
And I love it. Love it. Love the setup. Beautiful setup. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. Thank you. All right. So first off, transitions or transitioning. What does that mean to you?
Well, when I thought about that, it came to mind. Here's how it hit me. Transmission. Transportation, moving. And then when we talk about transition, we're talking about moving positions, moving from one position to another. So it's a transition. We're moving position. We're shifting. Okay. And when you think about shifting, I was talking with someone just yesterday, and she used the word try. I want to try to make this happen. I want to try to do something with this here. And I always, when I hear the word try, I just really like for people to really understand what we're saying. When you say try, what you're really saying is it's difficult because I'm trying to take a physical being into a spiritual situation. You see, the two never meet. Okay. When you're transitioning and you're moving into the spirit realm or in a spirit position, the flesh will not serve you there. You've got to go into another realm, okay? And that's the importance of transitioning. You've got to go to a place where you've never gone before, but if you let your intuition lead you, it'll guide you through.
Nice.
That's good.
Yes.
But tell us what you do again.
I'm a women's relationship empowerment coach. I rescue men by empowering women. You know, that's that's a transition. You know, that's a transition because, you know, when it comes down to the woman, I said this on an interview last week. Some women will live a lifetime and never find true love. Never find true love.
That right there.
But
That's deep.
But the influence and the impact that a woman has on a man is magical. It's magical. So it doesn't have to be, okay, but oftentimes it will be if we don't transition.
That's good. So I want to talk about for a moment about old school versus new school, right? So today's dating life is basically online, right? That's how you meet people, right? So in your professional and personal opinion, what are some of the trends you're seeing today that you like, man, that it ain't really working, and some that works versus the old school ways, how men would interact with women and vice versa? Because before you answer that, I'm about to tell you a scenario. I was out on Tuesday. Me and my friend, we were out eating dinner, and it was a table full of guys. First off, they were sitting somewhere else. They moved to the back where we was at, right?
Always.
Shout out to Earl. She be knowing. She like, they only moved over there to get a better view. She like, I'm telling you, which they did. And then one of them got my attention. He offered to buy me a drink and her. And then I want to say maybe 30 minutes, and I thanked him, but 30 minutes, 20 minutes into us eating and chatting, and that was it. He never said anything else. The server came over to me, and she gave me, let me see if I have it, y'all. I don't even know if I have it.
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll. I don't have it, but she gave me a napkin.
Okay.
And on a napkin was his name, his number, and a note.
Oh,
Gotcha.
wow.
And I thought
That's
that was
old school.
so that did something to me that I can't even explain it. It just did something to me as a woman. It was thoughtful. It was intentional. It wasn't what's up? How you doing? Can I get your number? You know, that is so dry. Us as women, we're tired of that. But it was just so thoughtful in his approach to it. Because he never, and she was scared to give it to me. So funny. She was like walking over, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I got something for you. I'm like, and she opened her hand and gave it to me.
Oh, wow.
But they never bother us eating. And on a note, it said something like that. I didn't want to interrupt you. He waited till we were leaving to approach me. That really did something to me. It showed me my worth and value as a woman. Like, I don't got to put up with these guys talking about, hey, how you doing? Or WIA or WID. That is so annoying.
Yes.
So I just wanted to share that context before you answer the question.
Real good. And see, that's what I was talking to. That's what I was speaking to. The effect, the influence that a woman has on a man is magical. Okay. I say it like this here. If you don't draw him out, he'll pull you in. See, the draw. See, there was a draw that you had. And that's what you want to always understand. You don't ever want to take it for granted in terms of from the beginning of time, Adam and Eve. There was an effect that Eve had on Adam from day one. Okay, so when we got new school, old school, we still got woman, we still got man, we still got impact and influence. It will never change. Okay, however, the narrative will change. Okay, changing the narrative will change. And Dr. Love says when it comes down to online, finding love in the digital age, okay, in the digital age, we just have to change the narratives in order for things to really work. I changed it from online dating to online introduction.
Okay, what does that look like?
Well, that's an introduction. What you received, it's an introduction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
See, we're not really dating, okay, because I just did a and for those who want Siobhan, get in contact with Siobhan. I just created a 5-step relationship blueprint. Okay. What does that look like? We talked about that a bit. The first stage of a man and woman coming together is just a transaction. It's just a transaction. We're just transacting information. Okay. Siobhan got a number. If you feel to call me, I'd like to talk with you further. We don't know where it's going.
Not at all.
No guarantee.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? No expectations. It's just be connected and be present. Okay. And we will see. And that's what I really want when it comes down to women. I really just want her to understand, just to be present to what's going on there. Because oftentimes, the way it looks, here's the way it looks. He could have dropped the information on you, the napkin you call. You may even go out and to a fair or a function, okay? He may not be the guy, but the event that you attend with him, the guy could be there. You see, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
See, so
When
we
the
always,
rich nigga want you,
yeah. So
and your nigga can't do nothing.
yeah,
for you.
is this going to be
That
the
is
one, or is
funny.
he going to lead me to you?
I love
follow what I'm
that.
saying?
Right, we got cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, baby.
Be open to possibility. Be open to the universe. Be open to creativity. That's the key. Okay? That's the key. So where this goes, Siobhan, we don't know. But like I said, it was fresh. It was unique. It was a different approach.
And it was a great approach.
Great
and it showed
approach.
that he respect women. That was my number one takeaway from that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely.
That he had respect for women, because most men today, they don't respect women, but they want benefits from women. Remember we talked about friends?
Yes,
Right. I had to
yes.
throw that in there,
Yes.
Friends
right?
with benefits, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but they want benefits, but you don't even respect women. You don't respect your mama, some of them. Like, we ain't even going to go there. But thank you. That was good. That was good. Anything else you want to add to that?
Well, when it comes down to the interaction, just the coming together, a woman has to, she has to understand the importance of, and you hit it, Siobhan, when you said, all of what I do, all the marketing, all of the research, all of the study, everything. A gentleman said to me, if you could sum up what you do, your message in one word, what would it be? That one word would be value.
That part.
Value. A woman must know her value, internalize her value, and demonstrate
Absolutely.
her value. Okay? Demonstrate it. Okay? I mean, I'm from Missouri. I heard what you said, but show me. Show me. Okay? That's where the rubber meets the road. Never mind what she says, is what is she demonstrating? Okay? So that's why I want her to understand, one, the effect that she has on him is magical. And if she understands and knows, internalizes, and demonstrates, where it could go would blow her and his mind. Okay? It would blow the mind, because a man is not at his best until he's playing all out.
What does that mean? I need you to elaborate.
What does that mean? That means,
Make sure you're talking in the mic too, Dr. Larry.
that means that she understands when it comes down to his ability to go and do. Okay, I was in a session with one of my angels. I told her, he came, he saw, he conquered. See, he comes to see, to conquer. Okay, and when she understands what he's working with, you know what I'm saying? Once she understands the dynamic of his capabilities, okay, once she understands every man is a king looking to dominate his kingdom, looking for his queen, once she understands that and how to handle him, the value, the internalizing, and the demonstration is what he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's looking for. It's like my wife, I learned, I learned that with my wife. Women, y'all know that when a woman's out and she's looking, you're at your dress store at your favorite shop, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're looking through the clothesline and the sales lady comes up and says, "What are you looking for?" Nothing in particular.
Yes, that's me.
You know what I'm saying? You going through the shop and the blouses and the skirts, and you just, see, that's the way a woman goes. What are you looking for? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I find it, I'll know it.
Mm-hmm.
When I see it, bam. Same thing to me. What is he looking for? He's just browsing. I'm giving Siobhan a napkin. You know what I'm saying?
That was old school. That was like the notes in the classroom.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because he put his John Hancock, like it was intent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Intentions.
And that's real. We had that. I was doing a class at in Center City. Same thing. All the angels was there. We were talking. It was an open bar kind of situation. Midway through there, I was talking about the effect that a woman has on a man. The bartender comes over and said, "This gentleman said, bring you a drink." All right, well, she took the drink, Where do we go from here? See, that's what you want to understand. You want to understand he's doing the same thing the woman does when she's looking for the dress. What are you looking for in particular? Nothing in particular. But when I see her,
I'm going to know what's her.
You're going to know.
That's good, Dr. Love.
I'll know it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I'll know it. Because she will have been prepped, primed, and ready. She knows. She's not guessing. She knows. Okay? And that's where Dr. Love comes in, to make sure she's firing on all cylinders.
Nice.
Okay?
That's good. Right.
Hey.
Transitioning. What does that look like to you?
So I look at life as a book, right? And we are all authors of our own story.
Mm-hmm.
And in each phase in your life, you go through different chapters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I look at transitioning as closing one chapter and moving on to the next. And those chapters can be long, they can be short, they can be easy, they can be nothing but trials and tribulations. But ultimately, in order to move on and transition to the next chapter of your life, it's really imperative that you learn from the lessons that the previous chapter taught you. Because the way I see it is, if you do not learn the lessons, God or whatever entity that you believe in will keep placing those things in your life.
They just look like a different person.
Yes, and so you learn from them, and they'll keep showing up in your chapters. And it's just really important to just learn. And it's not easy, right? Like, life is nothing but ebbs and flows. It's a journey. It's not a straight linear path like some of us think it is. But being able to learn from your experiences, being able to let go and close the chapter and move on to the next is what transitioning looks like to me.
That is great. That was beautiful.
That's really good. I like what you said when you talked about the chapters. I oftentimes say, when you close a chapter, how do I file those chapters in my life? You know what I'm saying? You sometimes you have a painful chapter.
Yes.
What does that look like? Because, there is a learning curve that you can learn. And, I love that because, my sister, I gave her a card and I gave her one of my quotes. This is a Dr. Love original. Life is living. Learning and living what you've learned is life. You understand? So life is learning, but living what you've learning from those chapters, as you said, is so fundamental in us becoming a better version of ourselves.
Absolutely.
So I love what you said.
One of my favorite quotes is, "Experience teaches wisdom." Because you have to go through things in life in order to become a wiser version of yourself.
You do.
And wisdom is not something that is just, oh, you wake up one day and it's just there. Like, wisdom is gained through experience.
That's good. I want to answer the question myself. But before I do, I just want to touch on what you said, Ray, about chapters and closing one. Sometimes it's hard to close a chapter.
Yes.
It really is. And I just had an experience recently, whereas though I'm like, wow, all these years I still had this chapter open. I didn't even really know it. That's why I'm not able to move on to where I want to be. I was able to see it so clearly. You get what I'm saying? So that's good. I'm closing chapters before 2024 hit, like for real.
Same, sis.
2024 is representing this door that we all about to close and open and go in. Whichever way, you need to open the door, you need to close the door. Let 2024 do that for you. But for me, I want to say transitions looks like you know where you want to be. You on the road to where you want to be. You putting all the work in, and then bam, out of nowhere, something happened that's out of your control that you have to deal with, whether you want to or not. You get what I'm, but you have to deal with it in order to get back on the road to where you were going.
Right.
And most people fall off and they never get back on that road because of transitions that happen in their life.
Right.
We see it all the time. Think about all the people you personally know or know through associates that just never moved on from certain places, that are stagnant, stuck doing the same thing they were doing. I'm about to tell my age, right? Like, I was born in the 90s, but they were doing it in the 90s, right? You get what I'm saying? No, but really, they were doing it in the 80s. They were doing it early, like, and they're still doing the same thing. We're never able to move on. So Vaughn, shout out Vaughn. Vaughn, I shout you out twice tonight, right? But he texted me that he wanted to share about being resilient and how that is an important key for transitioning.
It is.
And I totally agree. I just had a scenario today where I applied for funding for my business. The funding was $50K to help with my business. I just knew I got accepted. There's nothing you could have told me Siobhan didn't get accepted that I was telling people. Because I just knew I got accepted. Because I knew the work I put in. I did not get accepted. And the businesses that they chose is like, what?
Over me.
Yes. Highly and I let them know I was highly disappointed. Ray laughed because she know I'm verbal. If you don't know Siobhan, allow me to introduce myself. I'm very verbal. I've worked over the years. I've gotten so much better. But I'm verbal with it. And I expressed my disappointment. And I'm like, oh my God, I can just cry. And they're like, oh my gosh, please don't cry. You're going to have me start to cry. I had to really fight the tears back. But if I cry, where's that going to lead me? Really, where's that? It's not going to lead me to where I would need to be. It really is not. So I was genuinely, though, happy for one of the participants, like really, because she deserved it. She was she did put the same work in I did, if not harder. She really deserved it. And I'm happy that she was chosen, right? And then another one of the participants who didn't get chosen like me, I'm supporting her. And then when she wasn't getting supported, she like gave me the side eye and rolled her eyes and did not support me. She's like, I'm going to come and purchase something from you. Never came. And I purchased something from her. She didn't even show good sportsmanship. So that's how I know I'm okay with transitioning and I'm going to make it through, because even though I didn't get accepted, even though it's kind of, I'm not even embarrassed. It's disappointing because I'm not embarrassed by it, right? It's disappointing, but I know what my business is worth. So I know that it's just going to be another opportunity somewhere down the line. And we don't like to hear that when we're in these things. And I didn't want to hear that earlier. Somebody was telling me that earlier. I really didn't want to hear that. I just know, like, regardless of what, there's no way y'all didn't pick my business. There's no, like, are you really telling me this right now? However, they didn't.
They did.
They did not. So what do? I'm gonna stay there, and next time you see me, Dr. Love, I'm gonna still be talking about that.
That's right.
Or am I gonna put in the work and do what I need to do to get 100,000, 250, $1 million for my business.
Right.
I gotta put in the work and I gotta keep going. The life of an entrepreneur is not hard. I solely work for myself right now. I don't clock in nobody clock.
I'm with you.
No clients, no business, no money, but I still have bills. So I'm like, even though I wanted to cry, I couldn't.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
This is just a transition. It's okay. This opportunity didn't work. And all right, it's other opportunities out there. Go back to the drawing board and see what you need to do.
Right.
And be intentional with your time. All of 2024, I'm being intentional with my time.
Absolutely.
Because I'm realizing that in certain areas, I'm not really being intentional with my time. And I'm not going to be so nice about when someone gives their word and they're not keeping up with it. I'm holding people accountable because I give my word.
Oh, yes.
And people don't like to be held accountable today. So if you don't want to be held accountable, you better stay away from Siobhan in 2024.
Gotcha.
And it ain't about calling nobody out, but it's like,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. I'm too good to people.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
All you have is your word.
That's it.
Yes.
And today, people word means nothing, Dr. Love. It's insane.
All you have is
That
your
people
word.
give their word and don't even deliver. Like, what is up with that? These are the times we're living in. Like, you're grown ass people. Like, for real.
For real.
That
That's
is
right. That's right.
insane.
That's right.
But it's okay. I'm not mad at nobody. It's okay. Because guess what? I'm a transition and keep on moving.
That's right.
Exactly.
It was nice knowing you, and I got to keep pushing.
Got to keep
That's
going.
where that's at,
That's
and
right.
I'm not mad at nobody.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
That's right.
Because if I'm mad, oh, you gonna know it. That part. Oh, you gonna know when I'm mad. But I don't have time. I'm not giving my energy to those things.
Okay.
So in this transition, it was a valuable lesson to show me that I showed good sportsmanship today. Because I was genuinely happy for Marquita. I really was. I showed good sportsmanship today.
Absolutely.
That other young lady, when she seen that I was, she ain't even come and support me, but I supported her. And she gave her word. I'm gonna come over there and never did. People just give their word and don't even, it means nothing. That's insane. So for me to end it, that transitioning is needed. It's a good thing.
Yes.
It helps us grow, like you said, Ray.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It puts us in the perspective, like, what do I need to change?
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? To where I really want to be. We all have goals for our lives to where we really want to be, but we're not willing to put in the dirt. The work. The work is going to be dirt sometimes, but we're not willing to put in the work, right? Because you're going to get rejected. You're going to get declined. You're going to get sorry. I can't help you. Or you're going to give up.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I could give up.
Yeah.
You know how many people tonight were supposed to be in this studio with us? Look around. That part. I can give up doing Girl Talking the Spirit, but why? Why would I? You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's needed.
It's so
Gotta
needed.
go with the flow.
Siobhan, that was a good position. As a result of the ups and downs in life,
Yes.
do you become bitter or better?
That part. I gotta become better. I'm not bitter.
You
I'm
got to
not a
become
bitter
better.
person.
See, you got to become better. Okay. The question is, and Siobhan, think about this. When it comes down to, should I cry? I go on both sides of that sometimes because I always share, don't be unexpressed. Always express yourself. Just because you cry is not a sign of weakness. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, especially me being as a man, it's like, don't cry. You know what I mean? So, I'm not saying you got to do one of them nasty.
Yeah.
I'm not saying get one of them nasty. Cry. But sometimes, just to let the tears fall. I'm hurt. I'm disappointed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pick myself up, dust myself off. But I shed a tear.
Yes.
Do you mind if
I
I
wanted
interject?
to.
Go ahead,
I
yes.
wanted to hold on because I want to go on that thought too because I was thinking the same thing when you asked that question, and I wanted to challenge you because I do think it's healthy to release emotions because once emotions are just built up and pent on your chest, you just feel that weight. So I think it's necessary to cry. It's an emotion. We were all given that emotion for a reason, and you're hurt, and understandably so. You're disappointed, right? And those feelings can manifest as upset and wanting to cry. So I do think that releasing those emotions would be good for you.
I'm so glad Ray didn't let me interject because you and Dr. Love are on the same page.
Yes,
And
yes.
I disagree with both of you. I disagree with both of you. And here's why.
Go ahead.
I know me. You get what I'm saying? I know Siobhan. I sat with myself.
Got you.
I took 2 years to really sit with myself to get to know me and pour it into me. So I know if I would have cried in that moment, it would have put me in a down spiral for a minute.
Okay.
And I can't go there right now.
Okay.
I got shit to do.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
That's why I didn't cry. But it may be a moment where I will, but that moment wasn't that moment. And I knew that. So I didn't cry because I know me. I'm there with my children. We're at an event selling thing. I don't need to go in a down spiral moment. I got to keep my head up right now and keep it pushing.
Okay.
And when that and it may come where so I won't like, all right, I learned this valuable lesson. But it's other instances where I have cried, but I knew and that wasn't the moment.
Just right.
So that's why I said I partly disagree with you guys. Only because I know me.
Yeah. And here's the thing. And the thing of it is, when it comes down to just it's not so much the cry. You just want to make sure it's the expression. You know what I'm saying?
I express verbally.
You know what I'm saying? That
I'm
you just,
highly disappointed. I let them know, the people running the program.
that
Highly disappointed.
that you have that that you're not unexpressed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the main takeaway is we just use the cry for an example, but it's just to express. You know what I'm saying? I came away from there.
Thank you for clearing that up. I got you.
I've expressed what I need
I
to
did,
express.
and I
it's
did.
off my chest,
Yeah.
and I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
got
like
it.
I said, so that's why I said qualify about it, not the
And also, Dr. Love, to know that one of the participants deserved it. So it showed me it wasn't like unfair in their choosing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Whereas those just like, did y'all really pick these bullshit?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But no, she really did. And I was genuinely excited and happy for her
That's
because
right.
she deserved it. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that leveled it out too. You know what I mean? I'm okay though with it. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I expressed it. I'm able to move on from it. And I have to keep moving on.
And here's the big picture.
And know that what's for me, you
won't
about
ever
to have
miss
me
you.
cry.
See, that's the
It won't
see,
Now I'm
miss
about
you.
to cry.
see
What's for me, it's for me.
that's the
That part.
See that's the door that simultaneously that's what you always want to understand.
That part.
Ask, it shall be given.
Yeah.
Seek, you shall find.
Exactly.
Knock, and the door shall be open. Simultaneously, there's a door that closed here. Simultaneously, there's a door
on, Dr.
opening
Love.
right
I'm telling you.
behind it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And in my walk, see, I'm with you, Siobhan.
Yeah.
I've been self-employed my entire life.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm to the point now where when a door opens, I hear the hinges. I'm so in tune. I hear the metal rubbing on metal. There's a door swinging somewhere. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
I love it.
For me. And once you understand that, that's the reason I understand. Turned on, tuned in, tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Turned on, tuned in, tapped in. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in tune. You know what I'm saying? And that's the word that I gave one of my trainees, vibratory energy.
I like that. Say that again.
The vibratory energy. The energy that I'm vibrating in. You know what I'm saying? See, what you're saying is, I don't want to vibrate down here.
That part.
You see what I'm saying?
It's not going to get me nowhere.
You
I've
see?
experienced it before.
Yes.
Like Ray said, experience what?
Teacher's wisdom.
That part.
Oh, yes. See, the vibratory energy, maintain it because that's where life is happening.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, I got some knocks from down to down. We get those. Okay. But that doesn't stop my vibration. That doesn't stop where I'm vibrating. So, I understand, you know what I'm saying, where you are, what you do at the time that you do it. Timing is everything. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Timing is everything.
Yes.
Okay, so like you said, this may not be the time to actually do it, okay, because you got other people there that you're looking and whatnot. But we can revisit this. You know what I'm saying? You can always revisit it. And those are the things when it comes down to human nature, when we talk about internalizing, internalizing your value, internalizing life, internalizing situations, you know what I'm saying? So that as a result of it, when we talk about the ABCs, Dr. Love has the ABCs of life. Who or what was absent from your life? The B, what have you become as a result of it? C is what is your commitment to never have it happen again? As a result of this, I'm committed. This will never happen again. And you put in the work, as you said.
Definitely.
And if it do happen again, you know how to respond to it differently.
Yes.
That part. I've experienced so many things that when it happened again, and the way I handle it, or if I didn't handle it right, and I learned from it, and taught like, you got this. When it happened again, it's, go ahead, Ray.
Yes.
I was going to say, I think a key part in transitioning is being able to fully submit and trust, right? Because like Dr. Love said, timing is everything.
It is.
And we live in a society where instant gratification is necessary.
Oh
like we
my
need that
gosh,
instant
I'm telling
gratification. But being able to submit and be patient and understand that what is meant for you won't miss you, and
That
what's on the
part.
other side of that door is better than the door that just closed on you.
It is.
That's what's going to get you through it.
I'm telling you, it is. Because what is for you never will miss you.
Ever.
I live that. Like, I'm a living epistle with that. You hear me, Dr. Love?
Absolutely.
I live that.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. And being vulnerable, I want to say. I want to add vulnerability into transitioning.
Oh,
You
yes.
have to be vulnerable.
Yes.
And being vulnerable is not easy. You get what I'm saying? But it's needed for any type of relationship.
Absolutely.
Like, we have a friendship. We have to be vulnerable with each other in certain instances when we're talking and communicating. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It may be something you don't want to share with me. However, it may be vital to the situation.
Right.
You like, I'm gonna be you, and then if I break that trust and you being vulnerable, I can't share that with her again. And that's where I'm going for the new year, as far as transitioning. It's a lot of people. I'm like, I can't be vulnerable, but I keep being vulnerable. You keep breaking that trust. I'm not mad at you, but I can't do it no more.
That's right.
Because obviously, my loyalty and the way I move is totally different than most people. So I need to connect myself to those people that move like me.
Right.
And I see God surrounding me with other people that move like me. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
And they're my people. They're my
Yes,
tribe.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And
yes.
that's how I want to be connected to.
Absolutely.
And it's okay because everybody can't come. Everybody
That part.
can't come.
You know the saying, Sharon? They said it's hard to soar with eagles when you're hanging with turkeys.
Yes, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real, though.
So if you ready to soar,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? If you ready to soar, you can't be on a duck farm, you know what I'm saying, training, you know what I'm saying? You got to be with other eagles.
Right.
And that's what you're saying in terms of the people that are around you. Like you said, I mean, it's not that I don't like you.
part.
It's just that, listen, where I'm going, where we're going, is no fit for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the word that you used, which was a great word. Great words here: resilience. You know what I'm saying? Vulnerability, wisdom,
Obedience.
trust. That
Discipline.
who you know what I'm saying? Trust in the process.
Yes. Yes.
You
Trust
need
in-
discipline too.
You know what I'm saying? Discipline to trust. You know what I'm saying? Because see, here's the thing, and I had to read this the other day just for myself. I had to get the Bible and read this just for myself. We walk by faith, not by sight. See, I would like to see where my next step is going to be, but you can't see it.
Yes.
You have to trust the process. You have to walk by the faith. Okay. See, so that is where we're coming from. When you hear the word try, you're going to hear people say try. You're going to be, oh, okay. You don't have to jump on them all the time. When you hear the word try, you're going to see someone who's elementary in the process. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not always going to be able to see it.
Right.
Okay. Steve Jobs said it like this here. He said, you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking back. Then you begin to see. I see why intuition told me to go, do, be. You know what I'm saying? So I could be here at the appointed time. You know what I'm saying? See, so those are the things that, in business, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? Relationships, spiritual.
Absolutely.
I said I'm going to post that, put that in the post. Y'all will get it early. Life is one big relationship. I'm a woman's relationship empowerment coach. I'm a relationship specialist. What is your relationship with yourself? What is your relationship with your job? What is your relationship with your career? What is your relationship with your business? You know what I'm saying? Your relationship, aunt, uncle, you know what I'm saying? All these are relationships. Okay? It's one big relationship. And when you're not relating to those who are in the ship with you on a positive note, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like the isms and schisms. It's like, I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? Life is too short for that. We'll be boxed and buried in a few years. And it's like, what did we accomplish? What did we enjoy? Who did we impact? What is the legacy we will leave? You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
I want to switch gears back to relationship because you didn't answer my question earlier about old school versus new school, the way that men and women, or men per se, are approaching women today.
Okay.
What are some of the trends you're seeing that's working and the ones that really aren't?
Okay. Here's the thing. When we talk about old school versus new school, right? What we're really saying is the level of your exposure and training. That's what we're really saying. Old school, we had a level of training at the onset. We had dads taking sons, mothers taking daughters. We had more of that. You know what I'm saying? We had a man and woman staying together longer, right? Not so much a healthy relationship, not so much healthy, but just staying there, enduring in pain.
Yeah,
Not that
I need a healthy relationship.
Not that it was the best, but you understand what I'm saying? So it was just training. It was just exposure. New school, we're talking about, I really don't have to put up with this.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? I really don't have to put up with this. I'm really not going to put up with this here. So new school, meaning everything will happen now and in the moment. Okay? So what that looks like is I may disrespect you now, but if you call me on it, I'll back up and reevaluate it, reapproach it. You see what I'm saying? It's right here, right now. It's like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, girl? Hey, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, say, excuse me, sir. Hey is for cows, milk is for, you know what I'm saying? And, you deal with it right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of allowing it to go
Instead of allowing it to happen and not being expressed. You see what I'm saying? Being expressed right here in the moment. See, that's what new school is about. When we talk about the new school, we're talking about a different philosophy, a different way of being. Okay? And that different way of being, it is different. It's not like it used to be. But what does that mean? That means you have to become. Okay? See, that's what we really want to just kind of stress on is it works when you understand you are better when you become a better version of yourself. You're able to deal with my daughter said to me, we were talking, and perfect example. She said to a guy, that's a great fragrance, great fragrance, He goes and gets the fragrance. He said, this is it. She's like, why is he showing, it's like, why is he showing me the bottle? You know what I'm saying? Why, I just told him to smile. Why is he showing me the bottle? You know what I'm saying? I said, think about that. That was your future husband. Okay. Not that he was your future husband, but that was the experience. That was the man. So rather than, why are you showing me the bottle? It's like, excuse me, sir, I was just curious as to why did you feel that there was a need to show me the bottle rather than the frustration or the anger or the whatever, the energy that was there, rather than using it to be frustrated and angry, use it as an opportunity to learn why he felt the need to do what he did. You see what I'm saying? Now you're expressed. He gets a chance to be expressed. It's a win-win. You see what I'm saying? See, that's relationship. That's unfolding.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We are snappy and thinking everybody got a motive.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We got a couple minutes, guys, but I want Ray to touch on that because Ray's in that millennial age group.
So
I just kind of in the thing.
Well, in terms of like how I view dating right now.
Well, I mean, just the experience that he used, just how everybody thinks somebody got a motive.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, how do you view dating?
So I feel like it's very transactional. I feel like people don't get to know each other on a personal or intimate level anymore because everything is through social media or through the dating apps. I feel like you really have to go above and beyond to put yourself out there and meet the type of man or woman or whoever you desire to meet, because it's just we live in our own little bubbles, and it's so hard sometimes for us to come out of that. We have I can speak for myself. I have a very small circle of friends, and I stay confined within that circle. But I do think transitioning into this new phase in my life, I'm about to turn 30, so that's going to be like a whole new chapter for me. Transitioning
young, huh?
into that, yes. But I just want to be more intentional about who I'm surrounding myself with, what kind of spaces I'm placing myself in to attract the man that I desire. I'm not into online dating because I just think it's transactional. Like you're not able to get to truly know somebody through the internet. It's just
through all the filters.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it.
So that's how I feel about dating. I'm not a fan of the dating scene right now, but I am prayerful and going to be intentional about how I show up in the dating space moving forward.
I'm a firm believer that when you present yourself a certain way, that person will notice you. I didn't even, my girlfriend was paying attention to those guys. I wasn't. You get what I'm saying? But I still got noticed.
So I always say this to myself too. When you look for things, you unintentionally create resistance. Because like when you misplace your phone or your remote or something, and you're looking for it, you can't find it. But once you stop looking for it, you find it. It comes, right? So that's also something that I want to implement.
I love that.
I don't want to look
a lot.
I don't want to look.
Yeah,
because it's gonna come.
Yeah. It is gonna come.
I don't want to create resistance. It's gonna come, and when it comes, I'm gonna know it. I won't even have to question it.
You will. Dr. Love, final points on our topic tonight, and any healthy advice you can give the women listening since you're a relationship coach.
Well, Ray gave the word that is so important, and that's the first word in my 5-step blueprint, transactional. You want to understand the transaction is the introduction. Staying strong in the transaction. Okay? We joke a lot about it, but it happens oftentimes. A man will walk up to a woman and says, you're attractive. I think you're cute. I'd like to get to know you better. And just in that moment, she's down the aisle with the wedding dress on. We're about to get married. Honey, back, come on back up the aisle, you know what I'm saying? We haven't had the formal introduction, we haven't had the dates, we haven't had the romance, you know what I'm saying? It's like she just takes off and goes down the aisle. It's like, wham, you know what I'm saying? She's down the aisle, and we understand that that's a place that she does. That's a place that she goes. The woman dreams about her wedding day. Mm-hmm. She see herself in the wedding dress. The men do not dream about the wedding dress. Women, okay, this is good advice. This is worth remembering, writing down. The woman dreams of her wedding day. The man fantasizes over the transaction.
Me and Ray pondering upon that.
Okay.
We'll get it.
He fantasizes over the transaction. If the transaction is understood and it unfolds, it becomes the relationship. Mm-hmm. Okay. But it's the transaction that's healthy. That's the start. Mm-hmm. But she has to be empowered to understand we've got the transaction, we got the fantasy, we got the way, we got a whole lot on the table. Okay, we got a whole lot going on. And honey, we got some world spinning, and you've got to know and be clear on it in order to come out winning. Okay, so remember, I always say this, the man of your dream does not exist. The man of your dreams is created with your participation in his transformation. Mm. He needs your participation. It's not a want, it's a need. Okay? A song I sing to all my women, getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to know you. Mm-hmm. Okay? Taking the time to understand what makes you tick, how you think, how you work, what you like. You know, my wife, if I get my wife a glass of ice, she don't like it unless it's rinsed off for some reason. She wants it rinsed off before you bring it to her. Okay?
But you got that.
I got that. You said, I got you. Okay? So that's what you want to understand. So for all the ladies that are out there, I want you to get a copy of my 5-step relationship blueprint, because it takes you can email me. You can email Siobhan, Dr. The Real Deal Love. That's my website is drtherealdeallove.com. You can email me. You can Google Dr. The Real Deal Love. Connect with me on social media. We will see to it that you get a copy of it, because this is the first time that women actually get a step-by-step guide that she can at least begin to ponder and say, listen, I've got some, have you ever gotten, I've got step 1, 2, and 3 laid out for me that I can kind of like look at and ponder. Mm-hmm. And then I've got Dr. Love to say this. You may not be ready to actually take the steps. You may just still be in the sanctuary. There's some healing that may need to be taking place. Mm-hmm. You follow what I'm saying? See, this is real. Out of the sanctuary, back into the flow of things, okay? Mm-hmm. But the woman is the driving force of the relationship. Don't get it twisted. Without her, there is no relationship.
Drop the mic on that.
Yes.
I love that. Me and Ray are speechless. I want to thank you guys for coming. This was a great topic. So much dialogue.
Yes.
So many good points. And we'll have you in the new year, Dr. Love. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it.
Glad to be a part.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yes, Ray, any final points?
Transition is necessary, and we're all transitioning whether we know it or not. And it's just necessary for us to ascend into our next level, into our next chapter.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Girl Talking in Spirit podcast. And to the next episode. Thank you. I'm excited. Dr. Love, that was good.
Check out Girl Talk in the Spirit podcast with Siobhan. From radio to podcast, check it out online. Find it on Spotify and Spreaker.com. That's SPREAKER.com. Share the vibe online with your girl, Siobhan, yo.